Hello everyone, this is Nakul from skillsielts. Well, this is my first video here, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to enhance your listening skill in a scientific way. Well, if you're that a person who thinks that have been working on all the listening exercises, been taking the tuition from like every tutor who exists in the universe, but still my listening score bands are stuck. It's not improving at all. It's not going down. It's stuck at the same place. What I should do? Well, I don't understand where I'm going. If you belong to that category of people, then this video is for you. Here today I'm going to give you the explanation about the problem. See, everyone speaks English. Everyone watches the English movies. So the problem is identifying the problem. It's not the English. Correct. Makes sense, right? So if you know what the problem is, and any damn guy can find a solution, but the problem is identifying the problem. And in this video I'm gonna help you understand what exactly is the problem and help you give a better solution in a much scientific way possible. Fine, we'll start with this. Today's topic is about why listening IELTS is a nightmare for few people, not for all. I've seen a lot of my students getting 9 bands, myself always at 8.5 and 9 in IELTS listening, but there are some people it's not a listening skill as in, when I play a movie, the way I understand it and the way that person understands is the same, but still that person ends up getting 6 bands, 5.5 bands in listening, isn't it? So listening IELTS is a nightmare for few. Well, this is the universal truth, and why this happens, we will talk about it. Idea is very simple. What exactly is happening in IELTS listening is little difficult to comprehend. Well, this is the multiple choice question. If you're completely new to IELTS and have no idea about it, it's still fine. You can still try to understand. It's not just MCQ, but every module of IELTS will have some options associated with it. And what's your job to do? You have to find the correct answer. Well, let's play this audio. And we will see how the audio goes, what are the text involved, and then I'll explain you what all skills are involved in answering it apart from listening. All right?
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 23.
Okay, Stuart, we need to start planning our paper on public libraries. Have you thought of an angle yet?
Well, there's so much we could look into. How libraries have changed over the centuries, for instance, or how different countries organise them. What do you think, Trudy?
Maybe we should concentrate on this country and try and relate the changes in libraries to external developments, like the fact that far more people can read than a century ago, and that the local population may speak lots of different languages.
We could include something about changes in the source of funding too.
Yes, but remember we're only supposed to write a short paper, so it's probably best if we don't go into funding in any detail.
Right. Well, shall we just brainstorm a few?
Well, we listened to the audio and we were not just listening, isn't it? We were reading as well, isn't it? So the problem is simple. We are simultaneously doing 2 actions. Something with the ears. I'll try my best. I'm not an artist. This is the ear. And you heard a conversation between Stuart and Trudy, and that to understand it, you sent it to the brain for processing. Very simple. But at the same time, it was not just that. At the same time, you are doing something with your eyes as well. Let's draw some beautiful eyes. Well, ended up being a bad one. Looks like a fish though. Assume it's an eye. All right. Through eyes, you're reading something, and this is also going at the same time, in a parallel. Try to understand what I'm trying to tell you. In parallel, so this is being processed by one region in the brain, and this is being processed by another region in the brain. And together you have to do it. And some people are not able to do it. Why? Because they're not used to it. Some people are like super awesome. The God has given them the talent. I mean, it's totally fine. That doesn't mean that people who are not able to activate these 2 regions at the same time will never be able to do it. Definitely, with some simple exercises, definitely things become pretty easy. On the other hand, so here what's happening, you are listening at the same time, you're reading how public services are organized, and listening. Out of 100, I would say 50 to 60 are able to do it very easily, and they will never ever have a problem in IELTS listening. The moment you say IELTS listening, they're like, IELTS listening is very easy. I always had 8 to 8.5. My problem was writing. I always had 5.5, never crossed 5.5 or 6. Well, you might have heard about it many times, correct? But some people have a problem with listening as well, apart, along with writing, because two things are being assessed at the same time. Correct? You have to read, you have to listen, you have to read, you have to listen, and they will not be able to do it quite effectively. And what happens? They end up making it complete mess. They either listen, they read, or sometimes they listen completely and then they try to read something. By then, the IELTS people are not giving you enough time, isn't it? They just go on to the next question. Well, in the beginning, before the audio begins, you may get some time to read, but still at the end of the day, while you listen, you have to read, you have to read, you have to read. So what these people think, I've been practicing for a while now, like 2 months. Well, I've taken tutor from this reputed institution. Well, my score has to improve. No, it is not the case. Even after taking coaching, in coaching, what anybody can do is they can give you some exercises, but exercises with respect to IELTS listening, if it was that helpful, then anybody would have got 9 listening. Then why people are still struggling with 5.5 listening or 6 listening? The answer is simple. It's not just the IELTS exercise. Well, this as well impacts a lot in enhancing your skill, but what helps you more is an exercise completely different from IELTS, which targets these two regions at the same time. For example, to put an instance, I'll just give an example. Let's say that you're my student and we are playing a game. And the rules of the game is, I'm going to show you a picture. Some picture of a lion. The moment I bring a picture of a lion, you say it's a lion. Very simple, isn't it? Not that difficult. But what I do, while showing a picture of a lion, I play an audio which says donkey. That means you are reading it and listening it at the same time. Well, if it was just one picture, one audio, very easy. People will say that, yes, I saw the picture of a lion while I was listening to the audio of a donkey. What if I say donkey, monkey, and let's say dog? Here I show a picture of lion, and immediately I show a picture of a cat. Immediately I show a picture of, let's say, tiger. So when the complexity increases, correct, you end up getting completely confused. So how about we have an app? We have an application that does these things. And this is scientifically proven. This is one of the apps. A lot of people in PT, well, I have a company called Skills PT Academic. In PT, a lot of my students have done it, have used this app and have successfully, enhanced their working memory. The app is called Dual and Back. I'll explain you what exactly is that. But the problem is this, it's not just the listening. I don't still understand why IELTS listening is called listening. It's a combination of listening and reading, isn't it? But it's listening, but reading skills are equally mandatory, and simultaneously they're assessing both the skills, and poor brain, not able to process, not able to handle. Everybody will not fall into this category. Well, there are some people who conclusively fall into this category, and for them, the answer is, let's go in a scientific way. Let's have an exercise which targets those two regions, which is responsible for simultaneous accessing of your ear and eyes. That's dual and back for you. Well, this game is a scientifically proven game to enhance your working memory. Kindly understand what I'm trying to say. This could be out of topic, but I'm telling you this very much helps you in IELTS. Working memory is nothing but, like, at this point of time, how much memory can you use it for your processing, for your functionality? After few weeks, you're gonna remain few of them. That's a short-term memory. But few data which you like the most, you'll remember maybe like 10 years, 20 years, that's a long-term memory. Dual and back helps you increase your working memory. That's one of the aspects. Well, that it has got a very tremendous advantage. Along with that, it's gonna assess two parts, that is ears and eyes simultaneously, which is what our listening skill is, which is what our IELTS listening is, isn't it? So play this game. This game may not be very straightforward. Well, dual and back, n is equal to level 1, 2, 3, up to 21 is what they say. N is equal to 1 means they're going to give you one picture and one audio. N is equal to 2 pictures, one after the other, and 2 audio. 3 pictures, 3 audio. 4 pictures. Well, I have reached till n is equal to 4, which was like really, really horribly difficult. But many of my students have got n is equal to 6, 7 as well, which is highly likely impossible as per me, but people have done it. N is equal to 21, maybe only Einstein or Galileo can do it. This application, Nakul, where can I get it? It's available in Android Play Store and iPhone Play Store. You can download it. There are plenty of apps. The one I use is with this guy's developer is Miko. I really don't know how to pronounce it, but the guy is a really great guy who has come up with this awesome application called Dual and Back. So play this game. I'm not saying that you should not do IELTS practice listening. You have to do, or you have to practice the IELTS listening question as well. But if you're already done with it, that you have already gone through a lot of things, but still you are not able to get it, then let's understand the core of it. The core of it is this: the problem is you're not able to identify, or you're not able to process two things in parallel at the same time. And this game very well sums it up and solves the problem. Do this. This is tested. I have done it myself, correct? And I've been playing this since almost 2 years. This game helps. This game works, and it's scientifically proven as well. While saying this, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for your time. And well, if you like the video, kindly support us and subscribe us. And I'm